Hi guys, welcome to Tarot in the Dark. So today we're going to do a pick a card reading on what lessons Saturn is trying to teach you. So if you're here for it, let's dig right in. I don't know if I said this already, but my name is Tori. Welcome again to Tarot in the Dark. So for pile number one, if you choose not to listen to the shuffling, you can feel free to skip ahead. I'll have the timestamps in the description box and you can jump ahead to the pile selection, okay? Pile number one, what lessons is Saturn trying to teach you? Ooh, trauma. Oh my God, I love this. I love this. This is exactly why I was like, I'm gonna do this reading. Spirit kept dropping it in my spirit. I was like, all right, I got it. Trauma for pile number one. For pile number two, what lessons is Spirit trying to teach pile, or Saturn trying to teach pile number two? Spirit, Saturn. Ooh, integration for pile number two. Wow, this is some powerful, powerful, powerful energy. All right, pile number two is integration. Wow, I love that. These cards are beautiful. I love it. This is the Healing the Inner Child Oracle deck. Wow, love this. Love this. And pile number three, grief. Wow, oh my God. I cannot be more excited to do this reading, guys. This is freaking awesome. So piles we have here, pile number one, trauma. Pile number two is integration. Pile number three is grief. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see the piles closely. And I'm going to give you a second just to meditate on the energy so that you can select the pile that resonates with you the most. Trust your intuition. Try not to overthink this. Alrighty, if you're drawn to pile number one, which is the trauma card, these are the lessons that Saturn is trying to teach you. If you are drawn to the pile number two, integration card, these are the lessons that Saturn is trying to teach you. If you're drawn to pile number three with the grief card, these are the lessons that Saturn is trying to teach you. I'm going to give you just a second. I'm going to play my sound bowl. I'm being told to play my sound bowl to clear the energy. Alrighty, go ahead and pick your pile and I'll see you on the other side. Hi, pile number one. If you chose the trauma card here, these are the lessons that Saturn is trying to teach you. So I'm going to read from the book just so that you have an idea of what the book meaning of the card is. More than likely, this trauma that Saturn is trying to help you to heal from is something that's occurred in childhood. It almost feels like the trauma and the experience of these traumatic experiences. I'm hearing that there's more than one that you've gone through in life. They've pulled you in many different directions, made you feel a bit directionless in life, and caused you to often feel like you're drowning in your traumatic experiences. Saturn is trying to support and assist in pulling you out of these experiences, bringing clarity to darkness, bringing light into the shadow aspects of you and your inner child that needs healing. Saturn is trying to teach you how to turn your pain into power, is what I heard loud and clear. That's awesome. Saturn is clearing the smoke for you, clearing the fog. I'm gonna clear the energy again too, because it feels very heavy. I'm gonna just light some sage. I just had some lit a moment ago and I cleared the energy, but I want to just kind of resolve this that we're feeling here. Feels like your life has been very, very heavy, and you've had some very painful experiences. Saturn absolutely wants to help turn that around. Okay, so let's look at this. Saturn is trying to bring balance into your life. So I'm just going to read here the inner child. Who was there for you in difficult moments? Was there a safe person you could share your struggles with as a child? If nobody was available, remember that it's not too late. You are here now to comfort and support the younger you. Take a moment to hold your inner child and look at this card together. Honor any discomfort as it arises. It might be uncomfortable to look at this card. Breathe slowly and deeply. Notice sensations in your body and name feelings as they arise. Give yourself permission and time to feel. Allowing yourself to feel is how we free ourselves from the grip of the past. If you notice any constriction or contraction, allow your breath to move through you and bring softness into any tense areas. Take your time. Relax your jaw. As you breathe, connect with your toes, your feet, and legs. Remind yourself that you have a body and that right here, right now, you are safe and are doing important work. Say out loud, each time I allow myself to feel, I heal. Absolutely, that's beautiful. This is the Healing of the Inner Child Oracle Guidebook and Deck by Nina Mongrinde. I love this. This is beautiful. This trauma card was the first to come out clearly for pile number 1, right? And immediately I just got excited about doing this reading. This is absolutely a part of what I believe I was put here to do, which is to help the collective to be able to heal and to recover from these traumatic experiences. So Saturn has brought you here so that we can collaboratively and as a collective come together to help you to feel safe. And that's what's going to come out of this, is Saturn is trying to teach you to feel safe within yourself. Okay, this is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Hopefully you're feeling the weight lifted, because I sure am. This is beautiful. Oftentimes, Saturn is looked at as being the monster, right? Like, no, nobody wants Saturn. Saturn is in Pisces right now, and I'm a Pisces, and I don't know why I'm being led to share that with you, but for me, this is amazing. Saturn has been amazing, and the reason why is because I'm all about the deep transformative energy of us, right? I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart too, so I'm definitely all about that Pluto transformative energy. And for you, that's what's happening right now. It's almost as if you're being swept under, like under the ocean. You're being swept under the ocean in order for you to be brought up afresh and anew. So it's like you're being dipped in the darkness, dipped into the depths of who you are, the darkest parts of you, so that you can arise as someone who is renewed, replenished, and restored. And it's because you too, my friend, you may not know this, but you have a gift of helping others to be able to heal from their traumatic experiences as well. Look, what's on the bottom of the deck is Chiron. So Saturn is here to help you to heal those wounds, those deep-seated pains. You see this? I love how Spirit just is totally in alignment with what we need in that moment. It's reminding me of the Bible verse where Jesus met the Samaritan woman at the well, and although everyone else would want to judge her, condemn her, dismiss her, even put her down and, stone her to death, Jesus said, I will meet you right where you're at and love you right there. And that's exactly what Saturn is gifting you with, is the opportunity to be loved and welcomed and cared for, nurtured for, supported right where you're at. There's no need for you to change anything about yourself. You're exactly where you're supposed to be, and it's on purpose and it's for a purpose. And the lessons that Saturn is teaching you is for your highest good, and it's so that you can go out and be this magnificent individual that you're supposed to be. I am picking up on an energy of someone who has been told as a child, or heard as a child, or felt even if no one said it out loud, you didn't feel as if you were good enough. You felt like you were minimized, shrunk, or insignificant or inadequate compared to others. May have been other siblings, may have just been others around you, but Saturn is here to help you to rise above that, to come out of that, and to heal from that. So let's get back to the Chiron energy. This is about our insecurities, our wounds, the areas that we're most vulnerable. These traumatic experiences will bring all of this up in us, okay? So this is going to help you to gain spiritual strength through difficulties, and is transmuting the energy so that you can, look, this is confirmation, guys. I didn't even know that this was here when I said it. It's so that you can help others to heal from the experiences that align or are similar from the ones that you've gone through in life. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. What I'm also picking up on is that some of you may have had some traumatic experiences with partners and with relationships. I'm feeling as if you are seeking and desiring to have a long-term partnership and commitment that aligns with who you really are, but also gives you what it is that you desire. In order for that to take place, the lessons that Saturn is going to teach you are lessons involving yourself. So let me see if I can break this down as to how Spirit is showing me. Okay, in order for you to have healthy relationship cycles, healthy commitments, you first have to be committed to yourself. So what they're showing me is the Nine of Pentacles energy with this Virgo card here. They're showing me the Nine of Pentacles, which is an individual who is independent, who is stable, grounded, patient, graceful. I'm hearing cautious and committed to themselves. So in order for you to gain the things that you desire, which is this long-term relationships, commitment, compatibility, fulfillment, right? Loyalty and partnerships, having your soulmate, having that divine union that we all long for. In order for that to happen, Saturn has to teach you these lessons in order to support you in healing your traumatic wounds, so that you don't have an expectation that your partner is going to be perfect. And the reason why you will relinquish that expectation is because you will be able to mirror your partner to yourself. You'll be able to see yourself as being whole, complete, and connected. So what Saturn is going to do is teach you the lesson on relationships and the importance of the relationship that is with yourself first, as that's the most important relationship that you could ever have. I'm picking up on so much energy. I'm just going to keep channeling and telling you what I'm getting. Saturn is here to teach you how to be connected to yourself, how to love yourself first, how to accept yourself first, how to embrace yourself first. I'm hearing that some of you may have had some traumatic experiences as children that made you feel like you were not worthy, like you weren't enough, like you could not be accepted. And I want to first acknowledge that I'm so sorry if this triggers you, and I truly apologize if anyone was stupid enough to do something to you. I'm so sorry that would put you in a position to feel undeserving or unworthy of love, because that is absolutely not the truth. And Saturn is here to teach you that lesson, that you are valuable, you are seen, and you are more than enough just by being who you are. There's not anything else or anyone else that's going to come into the picture that's going to be able to validate that more than you can validate that for yourself. So the lessons of Saturn with Juno, Virgo, and our Chiron energy here is to help you to see how truly amazing you are. There's a perfectionist energy about you. There's something about you that desires to get it right. And because of that, Saturn is going to honor that within you. The lessons, though, are going to be difficult, challenging, and extremely painful for you to look at them. I do have another YouTube channel that I haven't actually told anybody about. It's kind of newer and I just started it recently, and it's called Heal With Me. It's got rainbow colored, like rainbow colors in the logo. Go and look that up. There's something there for you. There's something there for you. The lessons that Saturn want to teach you are in regards to healing and recovering from emotional trauma, and that's exactly what my channel focuses on, which is why I was mentioning earlier that I got so excited when I saw that trauma card. And I usually don't blend these two together. I don't even talk about the other channel on this channel and vice versa, but for you, there's something there that you need to know. Some information that may be beneficial for you. So go and check that out. I think your desire for someone, okay, Spirit, thank you. Your desire is to have someone who's reliable, who's dependent, and who can be counted on. And what Saturn is going to teach you is that that comes from you. Your commitment and your reliability will first come from what you provide to yourself. What I'm hearing is, and I remember when Spirit told me this years ago, others will only give you what you give yourself. So this is all about learning how to feed into yourself rather than looking for things outside of you. Definitely not what we want to hear, right? But it's absolutely what we need to hear. And the reason why is because that's how we heal these traumatic experiences, is when we turn into what we give ourselves, when we tune into what we allow for ourselves, when we tune into what we're capable of giving ourselves. Not only is it challenging to look at, but it's also very empowering. And when you get to not the other side, because remember that healing from traumatic experiences is not something that happens and then it's like a one and done thing. Healing is a journey, and this is something that you will be on for the rest of your life. But when you get to a particular space in your healing journey, you accept and realize that, hey, I'm responsible for me, and by me pouring into me, no one else can give me what I can give myself. So this is absolutely beautiful energy. I love this. I want to sit here. I want to sit here because it feels very light and it's relief. It's relief. I feel relief. So that's what Saturn is trying to teach you and help you with. Saturn wants to give you relief, okay? All right, so the seed. Ooh, I love this. And the tear. Ooh, the sustainer. I love this. You have no idea how protected you are, how safe you are, and how loved you are. The sustainer always gives me, and I am an intuitive reader. I can pull the books out and we can look at these, but I like to intuitively grab the channeled messages that Spirit is giving me, because I do believe that they're in alignment with what's best and for our highest good in that moment. But the sustainer always gives me the vibes of God, like Spirit just holding you. And that's exactly what's happening, is that you've been sustained your whole entire life for such a time as this. It's given me Esther 4:14. That's a Bible verse, and it says, perhaps you were made for such a time as this. So this is your moment. Saturn is up and ready and running to teach you these lessons, because Saturn knows, God knows, Spirit knows that there are seeds that have been embedded in you that are waiting to come into fruition. Every tear that you've cried has not fallen on deaf ears, is what I'm hearing. Through all the pain, the agony, the anguish that you've had to endure in your life, it was absolutely for this purpose, for this moment, for right now. And it's so that you can be called into the greatest version of yourself. Your tears were not in vain. They're not in vain now. If you're still crying them, they are absolutely not in vain. This is such a beautiful energy, guys. I don't think you realize who you are. So the tear is about the mourning, the release, and the rain. This is not mourning like, we wake up in the morning. This is the mourning. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or a situation to break into the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. Beautiful, beautiful. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held. It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that, once acknowledged, will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. When in light, it's melody, melancholy, and flowing through. When in dark, it's drowning, drama, and it's murkiness. That's this here. The murkiness is here. The traumatic experiences, that's the feeling that I was picking up on earlier of being pulled in and stuck. Saturn is trying to release you from the stuckness that you've been sitting in, okay? It's not your fault that you've been stuck. What Saturn is going to do is bring to light what's been keeping you stuck and how to release it, okay? And this is absolutely beautiful. I'm not going to read the seed card. What I will do is put it here if you want to take a picture, but the seed is all about the beginnings, the origin, and the pearl. Okay, this is fertile ground. This is building. This is an opportunity. So I'll leave this here if you want to take a picture or pause to read, and then I'll tell you what I'm picking up from this seed energy intuitively. So what I'm picking up on intuitively is that these tears have been planting seeds for new opportunities to grow. So what Spirit was showing me was every tear that you've cried from the time you were born up until now have been watering and providing nutrients to these new opportunities that are going to be afforded to you as you learn the lessons and move through what Saturn is trying to teach you. So Saturn is teaching you that true commitment, vulnerability, and that loyalty first has to fall within the self. Once you're able to give that to yourself, you're going to notice expansion from there. But as you move through this Saturnian energy of healing and assessing these traumatic experiences and wounds, these tears that you will still cry is what I'm hearing. These tears that you will still cry, that will still fall, are going to water the seed that's going to grow into something absolutely amazing on the other side of this. And this seed is going to be a new opportunity that will be provided to you through this traumatic experience, and it's going to expand and grow you as a person and support and assist others. The one thing that I'm being shown about this seed, I don't know if you notice this, but this seed has such potent energy that it vibrates out. These are like wavelengths to me, okay? So the sound of you and the sound of your experiences, your voice, will be used so that you can support and assist others on this healing journey. And this is all starting with you opening your eyes and accepting the fact that these things need to be looked at in order to be healed. So Spirit gave me this analogy in regards to healing traumatic wounds, and I'm going to share it with you quickly. But again, go to my other channel and you'll see a longer version of this. But our wounds are like holes that are imprinted into our bodies. So every time you experience any type of traumatic experience, emotionally traumatic experience, essentially you get a hole in your body. That hole needs to be tended to. In order to overcome and to heal from traumatic experiences, we need to assess and acknowledge those wounds. So what that means is coming in, taking a look at that hole. Imagine having a hole in your body. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone with a bed sore, but imagine having a hole in your body. You have this hole in your body, and you may, in order to help it heal, you may have to go in and the doctor has to scrape it a little bit because it's been sitting for so long. It has scabs on top of it. You need to kind of release those scabs and get those new red blood cells flowing in order for it to be to start the healing process. You know, we heal from the inside out. Same thing with our emotionally traumatic experiences. We're healing from the inside out. In order for that to happen, it's going to be painful because you have to look at those wounds. Not only that, you have to actually physically touch them. Okay, so for you to begin the process of starting to heal from these traumatic experiences, you're going to go in and take a look at your wounds, and you're only going to assess them one at a time. Do not overwhelm yourself. Trust me, I've been through this. It is extremely painful. Assess them one at a time as they arise. The biggest one, the elephant in the room, take that and just start with that one wound. Acknowledge it. Assess how it makes you feel. Assess how your body feels when you think about this wound, this traumatic experience, and then bring it to light. From there, you're going to nurture it. On my other channel, I talk about wound care, traumatic wound care, right? You're going to nurture it. You're going to take care of it. You're going to soften yourself up to it. You're not going to abuse it with aggression or try to hurry it up and get it out of there, which we oftentimes want to do. You're going to stop, you're going to assess, and you're just going to kind of sit with it. That's going to be painful. Tears will probably fall. It's normal if that happens. Just look at those tears as watering the seed that's going to grow and manifest on this side, because this is one part moving into this, okay? You're going from here to here. Your tears are watering the seed, which is going to grow into something that's going to provide a new beginning for you. And it's also going to allow you to use your traumatic experiences for the benefit of the collective. This is powerful. You have no idea who you are. And I saw at the bottom of this deck, protected. You're extremely protected. Whoever you are, your ancestors, look, wow. Your ancestors are absolutely with you, and they are present to protect you and keep you safe. So, wow, this is, I love this. I love this. Look at the bottom of the deck, happiness. Pay attention to birds. There's lots of blue energy here, okay? Lots of blue energy, which is the throat chakra. And I'm also seeing lots of red, which makes me feel like you did not feel grounded as a child. I'm hearing loose foot. I don't know what that means, but definitely feels like a loose foot to me. You probably, more than likely, just what I'm picking up on, experienced an unstable childhood. Family is coming up too. Saturn is helping to teach you how to find stability and how to appropriately assess who should be a part of your tribe. What I'm hearing is that you've had several traumatic experiences in your childhood and your upbringing, which made you feel unstable, ungrounded, unrooted, right? You felt like you were not safe. And it had to do with family, people that were supposed to be your family, people who were supposed to protect you and keep you safe. They didn't do that, or they weren't present, or they failed to do that, or they missed out on opportunities to make you feel these things as a child. That left you feeling like you were supposed to only rely and depend on yourself. I'm feeling a lot of independence. That's where that 9 of Pentacles is coming into play too. It's as if you felt like you couldn't rely on anyone but yourself, but that's left you unhappy. You may be very financially stable. You may be very hardworking. You may have a lot as far as finances, but you may be lacking the connection, like a true intimate connection to others. And it's based on you not being able to trust whether or not people will really be reliable and dependable based on your family history. This is what I'm hearing. Those are generational, ancestral traumas that need to be healed. Some of it may not even be yours, but the fortunate and unfortunate part for you is that you were chosen to recover from these things. You've been handpicked and selected to overcome these things. Saturn is going to use you to create a new family dynamic, to upgrade your ancestral lineage, and to allow your family from you on and anyone after you to experience a new idea of what family and stability look like. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get like 2 more cards if I can. No? Okay, I'm not. I'm only gonna get this card, these 2 that are here. At the bottom of the deck was restlessness. And then here we have Leo. This is going to be Mercury in Leo, so that's communication in Leo, and then the moon in Cancer. So it feels to me like you did not have nurturing friendships and relationships growing up. And you guys, this is all, I don't know if you know, excuse me, I don't know if you know much about tarot and astrology, but this energy is all directly related. The moon in Cancer is a struggle to and fear. So moons are our subconscious fears. This is fear of connecting and building meaningful relationships. We've been talking about this the whole time, okay? And then this Mercury with drama in Leo. This is all about, I'm sorry, excuse me, I keep choking, but this is all about like communication being out of whack. This is giving me the vibes of someone who has a mom with a very strong, controlling, domineering personality. That's what this feels like to me. So if that was you, or any type of feminine energy, grandparent, whoever was raising you, auntie, whoever, but it's a very strong, domineering energy with this Leo, Mercury and Leo here. This is drama. This is about other people putting themselves above you. This is about individuals who say you are to be seen and not heard, right? It's that type of energy. You're a child, go. You shouldn't be heard. You're here to be seen, not heard. We don't want to hear what you have to say. Who cares? Because I said so. I'm the parent. It's that type of energy that has kind of minimized you. It's shrunk you down. So Saturn is going to teach you how to stand in your power and in your authority. And Saturn is going to help you to be able to trust yourself so that you can, in return, trust others. So that you can build healthy relationships, friendships, connections, partnerships, unions, okay? Saturn is here to help heal and resolve any familial issues, ancestral challenges, and concerns that have been holding you back and preventing you from living the life that you desire. And this is because, again, you are going to help others. Okay, let's see if we can get one of these. The Fate. Wow, wow, wow. I cannot make this up. The bottom of the deck is the Archer, which is about biding your time and planning ahead. So it's almost as if you've been just waiting around for something to happen. Saturn is going to make you do it. You're going to have to take action, and it's not going to be easy. That's why he had me telling you earlier that to heal from these traumatic wounds, you have to actually look at them. You have to assess them. I hope you can see all the cards on the camera. But you have to actually assess them and acknowledge them. They don't go away by suppressing them, by tucking them away. You can't hide them. They don't go away. They don't just resolve themselves. They require that you pay close attention to them. With the Fate here, this is about accepting help and guidance. So I take it, based on your energy, that you are very strong. You're probably very practical. You could be a Virgo or have Virgo very strongly in your chart, as well as Leo. You tend to be one who has figured it out on your own. Maybe been able to rise the corporate ladder on your own. You haven't required a lot of help from others because I think you learned at a very young age that you can't rely and depend on others. So I think you took that energy and said, all right, I'm going to do it by myself. And now you're coming to a crossroads where Saturn is saying, can you really do this by yourself? And what you're being asked to do is to assess whether or not you really want to do this by yourself. Do you really want to? Has it been working for you? And if it hasn't been working doing it by yourself, then you're going to have to accept the lessons that Saturn is trying to teach you, as challenging as they may be, and push through. Now, I keep telling you this, and I'm going to keep reminding you, you are highly protected. You have spirit guides, ancestors, and angels that are supporting you. They're all around you. They want to support you. That's the accepting help. That's the accepting guidance, right? Being willing to listen to another's opinions. Being able to accept that maybe you don't have it all figured out. And, you know, it's kind of a submissive energy, and not submissive in the way that people, or, you know, even like that church people try to come up with and say, oh, you got to be submissive as a wife. Then it's not that. It's not that submission. It's about being flexible in the realization of, I actually do desire to have a different life, and what I've been doing isn't working for me. That's why I'm listening to this reading, because if you made it this far, trust me, you absolutely want to change. You're not sitting here listening to me jabber for no reason, especially about something as challenging as this. And you're listening because you know that you have everything that it needs to rise above this. You also know that these lessons that Saturn has been trying to teach you are going to benefit you, and that they're for your best and highest good. There could be others around you that could be attempting to support and assist you too, that want to help you. Maybe family members want to rebuild relationships with you that have been broken, and there's resistance there because they cause you to look at your traumatic experiences that you've been trying to suppress or avoid. What I keep seeing is someone taking a hole, and it's like muddy and like just kind of stuffing, and it's like pieces of paper. So it's like you're trying to stuff, or you could have been trying to just stuff those traumatic experiences like in a ditch or in a grave or something. Or like, I'm just going to bury these things. Is what I keep seeing. It's like you may have been trying to bury them, and Saturn is saying no more burying. Especially with Saturn and Pisces, that is, like I said, the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean. Saturn is asking you to dive deep so that you can shine bright. Wow. You are powerful, powerful, powerful. You're being asked to take action, though, to take action, accept help, and don't resist is what I'm hearing. What lessons? Give us more. We already know a lesson, so give us some tarot to help us with this. We're going to take 3 tarot cards and then we're going to close this reading out because your reading has been pretty straightforward and I don't think that there's anything, no stone uncovered here is how it feels to me. Wow, I even have the chills, guys. This is so dynamic. Wow. And this is so powerful too. Okay, that's 3. This is so powerful. Wow, look at this. Wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So this is a newer deck for me. And wow, that's justice. This is justice at the bottom of the deck. And this is the death card here with transformation. This is what Saturn is trying to do. Transform the dead things in you to give new life. Look at this. Dead things all around and she's holding new life there. And actually there's 2. There's twins. There's twins, which is about balance, reciprocity. Same thing with the justice card there. And isn't this interesting? We were talking about the deepest parts of the ocean, the deepest parts of the sea, and the justice queen here, we can call her, is a mermaid. She's bringing to light the things from the depths of the ocean that need to be, the deepest parts of you that have been hidden are being brought to the surface so that a rebalancing can occur here. I need to look up and see what that card is because I think it's the Lovers, but I have seen it before and I'm not sure if it actually is the Lovers or not, so I just need to verify that. But you have here the Strength card and then the 4 of, yes, the 4 of Swords, and this is the Lovers. Yes, I love this. I love this because we were talking about partnerships, relationships. We're talking about reciprocity. We were talking about your chakras and bringing those into balance, your root chakra, your throat chakra, being able to speak what you truly feel, not being ashamed or afraid to ask for what it is that you desire because you're no longer going to be shrinking yourself. Saturn is helping you to regain your power. That's how this feels. It feels like you're proclaiming your power. You're reclaiming your true self by standing up and owning who you are, embracing and accepting every part of you. Now, I think I was mentioning a moment ago that you absolutely are supported. Not only that, you are extremely courageous and the cards are showing you are absolutely going to turn this and flip it on its head. Look at the seed that's being planted here. The seed that you've been watering for your entire life is ready to combust, is what I'm hearing. So your strength that you have, the strength to be able to tame the beast, this massive lion. You see, the drama that's come against you in your lifetime was only present so that you could see your strength and your power. And that's what Saturn is here to teach you, is the strength that you have, the power that you have over your life, over who comes into your life. Saturn is teaching you how to create appropriate boundaries, how to find peace from within, how to be still and trust spirit. Saturn is also teaching you how to know when relationships are good and not for your life, when they're going to benefit you and when they're going to take from you. Because of this, you're going to have so much wisdom. You're gaining so much wisdom. You're not even recognizing that right now, but you're gaining so much wisdom through these life lessons, and you have gained so much wisdom through these life lessons. Saturn is going to gift you with a partnership that is reciprocal, that is going to feel safe, it's going to feel relatable, and it's going to fulfill you. There's a massive compatibility with the Lovers here, but also this is a partnership that comes from spirit. It's something that is divine and fated for you, destined for you. And it's coming out of this seed that is manifesting in you due to the work that you've been putting in. You're balancing out the karmic scales. again, I mentioned this earlier, this Justice card is validating this and is drawing my attention back to it, is that your family moving forward in the partnership that you and this individual create. Oh, okay. Let me finish, then I'll tell you what I heard. But the partnership that you and this individual will create a new familial lineage moving forward. Also, too, if you're in a partnership or a relationship, there's a restoration of balance. There's a restoration of reciprocity. There's healing here. And this is so interesting because I'm being drawn to the heart chakra. And the heart chakra for you is a big deal. Okay? Expressing yourself through your voice is one aspect of this seed. The other part is bringing your chakras into alignment. In order for you to be able to feel grounded, to balance out your root chakra, for you to feel stable and safe, considering your familial history and the traumas that you've experienced in life, you're going to begin by opening up your heart. Now, this is super interesting, but the way to open up your heart is to just begin to allow yourself to trust, to rely on, to be dependable within yourself. So this all falls back on you. If you want to open up your heart chakra, it goes back to you. So give yourself grace. Be reliable for you. Show up for yourself. Be committed to yourself. Gift yourself things. Shower yourself with things if that's what you desire. Give yourself space, time, self-care, self-love. Find opportunities to jump into any type of creative endeavors, things that you enjoy, whether it's coloring, drawing, painting, anything that's creative, making slimes, whatever it is that you like to do. Get into some of your creative adventures and endeavors. That's going to help to start to open up your heart. And you're going to start to notice that over time, you feel less and less weighed down by these traumatic experiences, because as one pops up, you're going to say, oh, you know, that little hole needs some attention. Let me go and scrape off the scabs that have been holding it back and preventing it from healing. You're going to scrape those scabs off and you're going to start to pour love into it. You're going to say, you know what? That wasn't right. That didn't feel good. How did it make me feel? It made me feel sad. It made me feel weak. It made me feel unstable. It made me feel unsafe, blah, 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 blah. And then from there, you're going to say, however, I understand that I can give myself those things now. So that child, that inner child within me, that little wound that requires that attention now, I'm going to feed it and plant and water it with healthy seeds, healthy water, healthy soil. Okay, so now whenever I feel unsafe, I'm going to remind myself that I am safety. I'm safe because I can rely on spirit. I'm safe no matter where I'm at because I'm with myself. And I trust that I am capable of getting out of a situation, finding help, calling 911, whatever it is, trusting within yourself that you can give it to yourself. You know what? That little hole is making me feel unloved. Okay, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to feel like no one loves you. But guess what? I love myself. And that's powerful. That's powerful. So you're going to start to address those wounds and pour love into those wounds. And when you start to address them and pour love into them, you're going to naturally attract this partnership, which is reciprocal. And everything else that's standing in the way, you're going to have the courage to be able to release it. You're not going to fight against keeping things, people, or situations in your life that are resisting and keeping you stagnant from experiencing the true desires of your heart. You're not going to allow yourself to stand in your way any longer, because Saturn is teaching you these lessons and you're embracing them like a boss. So pile number 1, I hope this was your reading, because this is freaking awesome and I want to be you. And this is amazing. This is beautiful energy. I hope that you can give yourself grace and patience. If you want to take a picture of the cards, if you want to pause the screen, if you want to save this video and come back to it and listen to it sometime late in 2026 when Saturn is out of Pisces, and just kind of reevaluate where you are, give yourself a round of applause, because I am confident that you're going to be out of this by the time Saturn moves out of Pisces next year in 2026. This is beautiful energy. You absolutely have been putting in the work. You're courageous, strong enough, and you have the fortitude to be able to push through all of this. Begin by just assessing those wounds and allowing yourself to love on you right where you're at. Okay, this is beautiful, beautiful energy. Again, I hope this resonates. Thank you for watching. Feel free to drop a comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you again. Have a good night. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose the integration card, this reading is for you. So right away, I was picking up on Saturn teaching you how to bring your deepest desires into fruition. So it's almost like a manifestation energy is what I'm picking up on for you. I think Saturn is here to help guide you into your dreams, your destiny, the things that are desired and desirable by you and for you. It's almost like I'm seeing a mosaic being created within you. So it's all of your experiences from the past, all of your conflict and chaos from the past, anything that you may have looked at as being negative, it's all being integrated into who you are now and who you're becoming, and it's just going to allow for expansion to occur in your life. So this 8 energy is, 8s are all about moving beyond something, coming into a new experience. It's about releasing what no longer can go with you, right? Forgive me, I'm just taking a drink here. It definitely feels like there's been a lot of energy taken from you, like you may feel depleted. So Saturn is going to restore that back to you. There's like a restorative restoration type energy that I'm seeing here. It feels very beautiful. I am going to read the book here. This is the Healing the Inner Child Oracle, because I do believe that there's a message here for you. And then I am an intuitive reader, so I will intuitively tell you what I'm picking up on as well, which was what I already mentioned. And then we'll dig in. So I'm just going to read the inner child here. Take a few slow, deep breaths and bring your attention to your body and the sensation of gravity. Holding your body in space, feel the support of the surface you are sitting on and notice how you can soften into this moment, relaxing deeper with each breath. Close your eyes and invite a young inner part to step into your awareness. Look at that part that appears and be curious about it. Solar plexus energy for sure is what I'm feeling right now. Notice their age, what they are wearing, and what might be taking place emotionally for this child. Does this part have a story to tell? Be curious about what took place for this part to stop trusting it was safe to be seen. Wow. Why did it have to hide from your awareness for so long? Listen to anything this inner part has to share and ask it what it needs. Ask this part how old they think you are. Listen to the answer and then tell them how old you actually are. After dialoguing with this part, if it feels right, welcome this part into your arms. Tell this young part that it belongs and it is welcome to stay with you and to become one with you. Say out loud, welcome back. I can see you now. You belong with me. Wow. So this is an integration of the inner child, the old parts of you that have developed and matured and that are creating this beautiful mosaic that we see before us. It's a masterpiece that Saturn is trying to teach you the glory and the masterfulness of you, if that's even a word. That's what I'm hearing. So there's something very magical about you. You may be very creative or artistic, and Saturn is trying to teach you the lessons of embracing every aspect of you. What I'm feeling is someone may have felt overlooked as a child. Maybe you didn't feel like you met the standards physically of others around you. You may have some physical, like body type image ideas and thoughts is what I'm picking up on, that may have made you feel inadequate or insignificant. And Saturn is trying to teach you that that is a lie. That is an absolute lie, that you are perfect just the way you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made is what I'm hearing. And that there is nothing about you that needs to be altered, changed, or adjusted to fit the needs and the expectations of those around you or in society. There's something very creative and unique about you. That's where I was picking up that solar plexus energy. That's that inner child that wants to play. So for you, first, right off the bat, what I'm picking up on and hearing is that you should go outside as often as you can and attempt to connect with things in nature. So go play, see if you can find caterpillars, butterflies, bees in the grass. You know, don't get stung, but you get what I'm saying. Become one with nature and in tune with your surroundings in nature. And I think that's going to help you to start to open up and soften up to more acceptance of your true self. Your authentic and true self is what Saturn is trying to bring to you, trying to bring to the forefront. And that's what Saturn is trying to teach you, how to integrate all of your lessons in life into who you actually are today. But the key here is to see the beauty in those things. Definitely something about image here. And I'm picking up on the Leo energy, so I wouldn't be surprised if that energy comes out. I'm feeling that very strongly. Something definitely about image. Alrighty, so let's see, what lessons is Saturn teaching pile number 2? Oh, there's no way. I can't make this up, y'all. This is exactly what I was seeing and feeling. This Leo, the showstopper energy. This is, oh, I love this. I love this. And this, guys, this 6th house energy is Virgo energy. So this is about your daily routines. This is about diet, exercise, the things that you practice. This is about taking care of yourself. This is about image. Virgos typically are very appealing to the eyes. Same thing with Leos, right? So this is something to do with your self-image, the way that you see yourself. And you may have sought approval from external individuals, by people, seeking external validation. Saturn is here to teach you how to validate yourself, how to embrace and accept every unique aspect of you. There's something very unique about you, but it's being shown to me as something magnificent. I mean, there's something so unique about you that you could use your look to make money. There's something very, very, very unique about you. It's like you look so different. There's something about you, though. I'm seeing lots of colors. It's like fantastic. I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. And I think that you have been raised to think, or over your life, you have been made to feel as if it was like a disability or a deficiency or something negative. And it's absolutely not. It's an ability. It's a capability. It's a power of yours. And this power that you have based on this very distinct thing about you, which I can't put my finger on what it is, because I'm seeing several different things. I'm seeing like rainbows, I'm definitely picking up on someone who's a homosexual who feels that that is like the worst thing. Like there's something in your upbringing that has made you feel like that was like the worst thing ever, and you're afraid to just be you, but you don't realize how many other people need you to be you. And there's something very unique and distinct about you, and it is like flawless. I wish you could I wish you could see the way that God is showing it to me. It's magnificent. And it's something that should not be hidden. It's something that should be shown to the world. Look at this Leo showstopper energy. There's a magnetism to you. There's a like a boss energy. It's just like, yes, like you want more. Like, yes, girl, yes, dude, like, yes. It's amazing. And it has to do with your personality, and it's naturally you. You may, okay, I'm picking up somebody is super into like fashion and stuff like that. And maybe your designs have been, you know, looked down upon or frowned upon. No, stick to it, stick to it. Saturn is trying to teach you and show you how uniquely created you are, so that you can take that creativity into the world and create an expansive life for yourself. Like this is something that is going to grow, but it's your personality that will grow. It's like you have something to share that is so fantastic. It's very fantasy and magical and like colorful and bright, and it's so unique, and only you have this about you. It could be art, it could be fashion, like it's definitely something in the lines of art, and it has to do with something that you could earn money with. You have the potential to earn money with this. Saturn's trying to get you to see this. Saturn wants you to embrace and accept all of you. Saturn wants you to be proud of who you are, to integrate the funky, quirky things you may look at as weird, right? They're not weird, but things that you may seem to think are weird, or you've been taught to think are weird, like integrate those things into your craft, because that's your gift. That's your superpower. Wow, this is phenomenal. I love this. I want to sit here because you are, I mean, like something, I don't even know what to say. I'm lost for words, honestly. Like I'm at a loss. Don't have much to say because I'm blown away by this energy. This just feels so awesome. And I'm just like, what is it about you that's hiding and holding back? Get your butt out there and start being, shown. Like, oh my gosh, like there's so much supporting you. And there's so much to you that, like, I want it. I want to see who you are. I want to see you show me a picture, because your energy is beautiful. Your spirit is so pure. It's so innocent. There's such a loving grace, peacefulness to this energy. And I just wish that you could see yourself for the enchanted being that we see you as. This is amazing. I love this. I love this. So this refuge, chaos, and success here, this is Spirit and Saturn just letting you know how safe you are through what appears to be the chaos that you've had to endure in life to get you to this point. So you've been protected, you've been nestled in, is what I'm hearing, nestled into safety. And it's so that it would light the way to your success. Look at this. This is your spirit team lighting the way to your path to success. And this has felt very chaotic for you. You've often felt unsafe, like you needed to find somewhere safe to where you could just be your true, authentic self. And that's what Saturn is trying to teach you, is to integrate your true self into who you are and just be that. Just simply be that. The chaos here, what I'm hearing is that this is a false sense of chaos. It's almost as if there was this storm. It feels like a tower moment to me that was intentionally brought upon you by Saturn, which is probably what you're going through right now, which is why you're watching this reading. But this tower that was brought upon you, this tower moment where it's like everything in your life seems to be flipping upside down, is actually brought upon by Saturn. Oh, sorry guys, excuse me. Thank you, Spirit, I heard you. What I heard was, with that first sneeze, I'm like, why right now? That's how you felt when this storm, this chaos, this conflict of Saturn came in and has been flipping your life upside down. You're like, why? And I heard when I sneezed and I was saying, why right now, Spirit? The disruption and the chaos is necessary to get you to a place of acceptance. What you don't realize and what you're not seeing right now is that while you're in this chaotic storm that feels like, oh my God, like maybe you just recently came out of the closet or something like that, right? Maybe you're just starting to show people, oh my God, that I do tarot or I read tarot or I don't know, whatever your situation is. It's like the bandage needed to be ripped off, and the Band-Aid needed to be ripped off so that you could feel safe to truly be you. And it's because you absolutely have something that you are to share with the earth. This is freaking crazy, guys. Your reading is beautiful. And this Saturn is teaching you that these chaotic moments where we feel like things are flipped upside down and we feel like nothing is going the way that we want it to, Saturn is teaching you that these are opportunities to integrate these experiences into your craft. So whatever your craft is, integrate these experiences into it, and that's where you'll find, you know, success and victory. So for example, if you feel like, man, that was the worst part of my life, the worst thing in my life, I don't know if you're a YouTuber or a blogger or something like that, but you can integrate these experiences into your message, into who you are. Allow these things that you may think are negative to be a part of you, because they're your experiences, and only your experiences can help you to be the showstopper that you are, right? There's no way that you can share with other people and even think that you can assist or support them if you haven't had the experiences of your own. You won't be able to relate to them. And so there's an acceptance here is what I really feel. That integration is like it's a word of acceptance. So there's an acceptance of, this is all of me, and all of me is well. And that's what Saturn is trying to get you to a place of accepting that all of you is well. All is well with you and in you. You are not a mistake. You are not an orphan. You are not a refugee. You are not abandoned. You are not left alone. You are here in this moment for a very specific and unique reason. You have a very specific and unique calling, a destiny, a north node. You're being pulled into that destiny, into that north node, and this will create opportunities for you to be able to work and to collaborate with others. But you have to go through these chaotic tower moments, these storms, and these experiences that are uncomfortable, so that the things that no longer need to stay with you can be shaken, ruffled up, and flipped over in order for you to come out successful on the other side. Because really, Saturn is giving you gifts. These moments can often appear and feel very chaotic and stormy, and, you know, causes conflict within, and they're uncomfortable and they're unsettling and uneasy for most of us. However, the gift that comes out on the other side of this is something beautiful. Look at this mosaic that you're becoming. That's absolutely beautiful. There's no one like you. No one can emulate you, copy you, mimic you. You are uniquely you, set apart and set aside for this moment. This is beautiful. So let's talk about the cards that just came out. because this has to do with the lesson that Saturn is trying to teach you. And this is the orphan card. So you probably have and we kind of talked a little bit about this earlier without using this word, but feeling as if you don't belong. An orphan feels like they have no home. They feel like they don't know where to go, where to fit in, right? Lacking and missing out on community, like-minded people, feeling very isolated and alone in the way that you are, whether that be your personality, the way that you look, your demeanor, your spiritual ideas, thoughts, but you're unique for a reason. You're a showstopper. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. And Saturn is trying to help you come out of this orphanage energy and put you into a place of belonging. And that's going to integrate into your work. Because I really believe this, I feel very strongly that this unique thing about you is going to produce financial stability for you. The threshold here, this energy is awesome too. I love this. Is Saturn is trying to burn away the things that no longer belong with you. Okay, so if you think about growing up, you had a pair of shoes more than likely. Those shoes that you wore when you were 7 years old, you can't wear those same shoes anymore when you're 27 years old. More than likely, they don't fit. And that's the same thing with the situations that you've experienced in life. It's no longer going to be acceptable for you to walk in and be something that you're not. Saturn is calling you to be your true, authentic self. As we move into the age of Aquarius, you're going to be pushed more and more to come out of stagnant energy of faking the funk or living a life that does not belong or serve you anymore, right? The age of Aquarius is all about being who you authentically are without remorse or guilt or shame or condemnation. So there's a push from Saturn for you to accept the fact that you do belong somewhere. You are not an orphan. You belong somewhere. And this tower, this conflict, this chaos that you feel right now is to uproot those ideas and thoughts that are keeping you stuck in, the hay, stuck in the bird's nest, because it's time for you to fly. So while you're at the threshold, you're at the precipice of massive change. So what this is going to do for you is Saturn is going to burn away all these little bird trees, branches and stuff. All of these branches are depicted as things that prevent you from being able to fly free. So essentially, Saturn is pushing you out of the bird's nest. You can no longer sit in comfortability. You can no longer sit in stagnancy, and you can no longer sit and pretend that you are small when you were meant to be a showstopper. Pile number 2. Wow. Amazing energy. Amazing. Amazing energy. Amazing. I'm going to grab one of these, and then I'm going to grab a couple of other cards, and we're going to close this reading out. So I only wanted one of these, but let's just kind of look. Wow, look at what came out, guys. Can't make this up. Founder at the bottom, which is about foundations and community. Remember, Saturn is getting you to your community so that you don't feel like an orphan anymore. In order to do so, you're going to just collect these lessons and you're going to integrate them into your personality, accepting that you are specifically here for a reason with a very unique calling and a unique destiny, and that this is a part of it. A part of it is accepting and embracing all parts of you, no longer rejecting or denying those things based on what someone has told you in the past. So the Herald here is about small regrets and longing. What I'm picking up on this energy is that Saturn is wanting you to leap into the new you, overcoming these fears with this moon energy and stepping into the awareness with that third eye opening, right? You're going to be aware of what it is that you're supposed to do. And the reason why is because you have a longing within you. You're longing and desiring to belong. And so what Saturn is helping you to accept and to realize is that you already belong. That longing is present for a reason. It's because it's a part of your destiny. It's a part of your destiny. This longing that you have is the same thing that's longing for you. All it needs you to do, which is what Saturn is trying to teach you, is to integrate that into who you already are. Stop hiding behind ideas and thoughts and things of the past that have been telling you that you're not supposed to walk into this, you're not supposed to be this or do this. You're being called out of that. You're being asked to shed that old skin, just like a snake sheds what no longer fits. Those shoes don't fit. You're being asked by Saturn to shed the idea that you are not supposed to be who you are, because you are. The scholar here with investigation and research, Saturn is helping you to see how to put all this together. I love this because this reminds me of like an engineer. And an engineer will take whatever you give them and create something out of it. I have a brother who's an engineer. He'll take whatever you give him, whatever little pieces, scraps, he'll take whatever you give him. And as a child, he would just build and create something. And that's what Saturn is helping you to do, to build something out of what you think and what maybe others told you was nothing. That's what integration is about. I love this. This is freaking awesome, man. You are so supported. You are so loved. And you are so about to kick ass in this new you as you integrate these best versions of yourself into play. I'm telling you, even the parts of yourself that you hate, that you don't like, they all play a role here, because if you don't have these different layers of the mosaic, you don't have the mosaic. It's impossible. You need those cracked pieces, the broken pieces, the fragmented pieces. You need all of that to create this showstopper. This is, you're dynamic. The acolyte, this is new projects and learning. Look at this vessel. This vessel is you coming together, and this is Saturn showing you where the light is supposed to be shown. So while you've been containing yourself, keeping yourself small, minimizing who you are, Saturn is over here trying to teach you lessons so that you can see how to expand into new projects. You're learning right now without realizing it where you're supposed to go. Saturn is teaching you how to use the parts of you for creativity. And I can't get away from this. It keeps being drawn to me. You're going to be exalted. This is the moon in Taurus. In order for you to be exalted, you have to release those fears around lack, around being insignificant, around the feelings of thinking that you don't deserve it, you don't need it, who are you, you're not really that big of a deal. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, my friend. I'm telling you, you're a big deal. You're a big deal. And if you've been telling yourself that you are, you haven't been believing it. You're saying it out of your mouth, but you don't believe it. And Saturn is going to help you to believe it. By the end of this next year, 2026, when Saturn gets out of Pisces, you're going to believe it. Trust me. This card clearly wants to come out. Look, the High Priestess. Ooh, I love this. I love this. I love this. Yes, you're going to believe it. You're going to believe it. Okay, this is so awesome. Two of Pentacles. This is about creating balance. Balancing out what you've been taught, what you grew up listening to, what you used to believe with what you know to be true, right? There's a part of you that knows that your uniqueness is what makes you who you are. And then there's another part of you that's in conflict. For some reason, I feel like you've been told whatever this is about you is demonic and like, oh, this is demon and you're going to go to hell. It feels like that to me. It feels like you've been told that you're, going to have some type of repercussions or something based on you doing or being something. And that's not the truth. If this is something spiritual, which I'm picking up with this High Priestess here, just know that there are several ways to connect to God. There are several ways to connect to Spirit. And like I always tell people, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it must be for a reason. Like I always tell people, the Bible says, and God says in the Bible clearly, that while you were in the pits of Sheol, which is the depths of hell, right? The deepest parts of hell, I was there with you. What he is saying is it doesn't matter where you go, I'm always with you. I'm always with you. So maybe you just needed to be reminded that there is not particular things that are going to just take you away from God. It's all a matter of what you do and whether or not you stay connected to him. So here you have the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands. This is definitely some type of inner conflict, and the conflict is within, and it has to do with trusting your intuition, your inner guidance, and your inner compass. And it feels to me like there's something spiritual that you may want to do, but you feel like you're going to have to deal with outside opinions, ideas, beliefs, and thoughts, and like they will condemn you. Because it feels to me like the Bible verse where it talks about he who has the first stone cast them. You're afraid that you're going to be shoved away, maybe ostracized or orphaned from your what you think is your community or your friend group or your family. This may be triggering your abandonment wounds from being a child. And I think that this could be very profitable for you. I'm not even going to lie. I think that your spiritual gifts can be profitable for you. Your creative endeavors can be profitable for you. We have the Queen of Pentacles here with the High Priestess. This is profit and there's success. You're meant to be seen. You have something to say. You just have to integrate all parts of you into this and step out and shine. There's an exaltation here. Saturn is trying to help you to come out of the fears so that you can be exalted. And what you'll notice is that the exaltation will be fruitful for you. I'm telling you, that's Taurian energy too. This here is, it's finances. There's finances, financial stability and abundance in you stepping out into this new project, into being yourself, integrating all aspects of you. All aspects of you. I feel like I can't keep I'm saying the same thing. I'm repeating myself. It's because you're a teacher, you're a leader, you have something very unique about you. Look at this High Priestess. Oh, I probably should cover this up, but look at this High Priestess. She's not a normal High Priestess. She has ancient wisdom that's been passed down to her from others. I should cover this up. And she's a warrior. She's been through it. She's also able to ward off what is not supposed to stay, what's been keeping her stagnant. And there's a fire burning inside of you that's desiring this new. You want to accept what Saturn is trying to offer you, but there's fear from outsiders. And this is where you have to release this. You'll have to release this fear, trust your intuition, and go with it. And watch the profits that come from it. And it's because there's something very unique about you. Your experiences are unique. And you have a safe place within yourself and with spirit. I don't know if you notice in this card here, the Storm Spirit card, this Chaos card, which I consider to be like the Tower. Spirit is standing in the background there, guiding you. God is with you every step of the way. Fear not. You are not alone. And success is guaranteed. You're not going to be orphaned. You're going to be taken care of, provided for, and it's going to be beautiful. So just continue to allow the longings within to manifest into these new projects, ideas, and know that success is guaranteed. Once you integrate all parts of you into this beautiful mosaic, you are going to be a showstopper. You're going to be seen, and this is going to be phenomenal. I hope that this resonates with you. This is a beautiful reading. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy, and I hope and pray that you have the most amazing night. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have any video suggestion ideas. Okay, have a great night. Bye, pile number 2. Hi, pile number 3. If you chose the grief card, this message is for you. So give me just a second, because I had my sage burning and it blew out. So let me just relight. This is interesting too, because this is a part of the message. What I was hearing, and I didn't even realize that when I just said that, but Spirit just showed me. When I was meditating on the energy before I started the recording, I heard that Saturn is trying to relight the fire within. So there's a fire that has been burned out within you, and I was seeing a shark for some reason too before I started the reading. It's almost as if something was snatched away from you. Like it was an interruption that caused grief in your life. Something was taken from you, something was removed from you, something was stolen from you, is how it feels. And that's left grief within your heart. And since that happened, you've felt very unsafe, unstable, unsteady. Felt kind of alone too, is what I'm picking up on. It's almost as if the energy and vibrancy that you've had for life was blown out. The fire of life was blown out, is how it feels to me. I'm so sorry for whatever this is. The beautiful part about it is that Saturn is going to reignite this for you. You have loved ones, passed on loved ones watching over you. There are passed on loved ones who are watching over you. They've been giving you glimmers of hope, trying to reignite and spark inspiration in you. But it hasn't necessarily worked. So Saturn is coming in and stepping in to support and assist you. The great news is that this is going to turn around. I heard turning over a new leaf is what's happening. Okay, so let's read the grief. I'm going to read the grief card. This is from the Healing Your Inner Child Oracle by Nina Mongendre. Mongendre. I don't know, I've said this so many times. I'm like, am I mispronouncing it? And I'm just going to read the inner child section here, and I'll hold the card up, and hopefully you can see both. So take some slow, nourishing breaths as you connect with the sadness and grief your inner child might be experiencing in this moment. Who or what is your younger self grieving? Grief doesn't have to make sense, and it isn't comparative. Your inner child's grief over the loss of a pet or moving isn't less than your adult grief over the loss of a parent or a grandparent. Hold space for your inner child's sadness and stay open to what is needed. They might need an embrace, words of comfort, or simply for you to sit with them as they allow sadness to pour forth. Holding space without judgment or advice is the salve we apply to a grieving heart. Reassure your inner child by saying, "I will stay with you." Ask the child if they would like to come with you when they are ready. Wow. Wow, it's almost as if you've been just swimming upstream, but unsure as to where you're going. It definitely feels like a melancholic energy of someone who has just had to endure a ton of sadness. And Saturn is coming in to reignite this spark. It's almost as if when Spirit was saying that the flame has been put out on life for you, it's like you've been living in darkness. And Saturn is coming in to light the fire and turn on the light, to put color and to bring color back into your life is what I'm hearing. So that as you swim upstream, you have a purpose. There's a reason. There's a destiny. It's not swimming with no focus. So Saturn is coming in to refocus your life, your energy, and to help you to reclaim what's rightfully yours is what I heard. Wow. Okay. Powerful yet beautiful energy. There's a kite. There's something. I was feeling my heart chakra just open when I was initiating this reading, sitting in and meditating. Something to do with your heart. Saturn's going to support and assist you with healing the grief in your heart. Okay, for pile number 3, Saturn. You are spiritual. You are connected. Yeah, community. Look at that. The Sun, which is about expression, the ego, the self, your personal power. It's Sunday, Leo energy, vitality, life force. That's what I was feeling, was like your life force was sucked out of you. And it's because of something that happened. This could be a loss of a mother or feminine energy in your life, or the feminine energy of a mother, grandmother, auntie. They're the ones who are looking over you, looking after you, supporting and guiding you. This could be a cousin is what I'm hearing too. So the 11th house is the Aquarian energy of community, which is about society, organizations, friends, your social circle, giving back, hopes and wishes, group activities, memberships, networking, and social consciousness. So what I heard was, because of this loss, you've withdrawn yourself from communities. You're afraid to get too close because you are concerned that something will be taken from you. This definitely feels like someone who's experienced a lot of grief in their life and a lot of loss. A lot of familial loss is what it feels like to me. And this loss feels like it's kind of made you resistant to relationships. Saturn is going to restore all this, guys. Let me just tell you, before I even move on, let me show you this. At the bottom of this deck here, which I haven't even used it yet, and this here is the Sun. Look at the Sun. Look at how many of these suns we see. This is fortune here in Leo. The Sun in Leo, which is about fortune. Saturn is going to turn this around for you and allow you to be able to shine in your true authentic self. Saturn is reviving you is what I'm hearing. And also he's going to bring people into your life that's going to also enlighten and bring sunshine back into your life. Wow, I don't know why I'm hearing that song, that Angie Stone song. My sunshine has come, my sunshine, and there's no more rain in my life, right? So interesting too, because Angie Stone recently passed away. She's a singer, but this is about the restoration of the loss, right? So even for Angie Stone, what I'm hearing is that that death is not merely an ending, but yet an opportunity for new beginnings. Now, that's on one of my other cards, and I don't even have this deck anywhere out here, but I keep hearing that, and I keep seeing the card. It's not to say that death is insignificant. It's to say that there are opportunities in death to reimagine our connection to the individuals within our communities. take that and let that soak in for a little bit. I hate to bring my personal self into this, but I need to share this story with you because I want you to know, first and foremost, that you're not alone. Secondly, I want you to know that your experience is safe here, and that there's no judgment, there's no condemnation, there's nothing but love and support for you. So I lost a very close family member of mine. She was actually an Aquarius. She was like a sister to me, but she was a cousin of mine. And I had such a hard time accepting that. To this day, it's been 2 years, and I still, almost 2 years, it'll be 2 years in a week or so. I'm still having a very hard time accepting that. Look at how the light's adjusting. But what I will say is that I feel more connected to her now than I did before, ever. And she's a constant reminder to me of my power, my strength, and the fortitude that I have within. In addition, I believe that she can support me more on this side than she could have in the actual world that we live in. So think about that and assess whether or not your loved ones can support you on this side in even greater ways than they could have while they were here physically with you. Definitely not something easy to deal with, and it requires commitment to, preserving yourself for the future to be able to push through. But just something to think about that. These situations, grief is something that stings, and it can be very, very, very painful. Am I supposed to take all these? Yeah, I guess so. It can be very painful, but Saturn is here just to help teach these lessons for this purpose, healing. Okay? What I heard is it's time for you to come out of hibernation. It's time for you to come out of hibernation. And this is going to come with knowledge. That's so crazy that that's there, because when I was shuffling your cards, I kept seeing this King of Swords here. Sometimes gaining knowledge is extremely painful. It can be very, very, very painful to have to accept the truth when you gain clarity on something that is so painful for you. And grief is a very painful topic. Remember, grief is a part of these phases that we go through whenever we have to deal with something happening in our lives, right? It can be a death, it can be a traumatic experience that you have. Grief is a part of every single one of our lives. It's not something that any of us can escape. And grief affects us when it is someone close to us, when it's someone within our community. You may want to go and study the 5 phases, or I like the Kubler-Ross's cycle of grief, because I don't believe that grief is a stage. I don't believe you jump from one to another. I think it's cyclical in my mind. It's something that I've come in and out of and in and out of. And there's a grace that you have to allow yourself in order for you to be able to process and to heal from grief, is allowing yourself the opportunity to come in and out of these cycles and accept where you're at. There's a patience and a grace that's needed there. Your hopes and your wishes are to overcome and to expand beyond this grief and find true happiness. I heard you're looking for like a ram in the bush. So the ram in the bush is what Saturn is trying to show you. Saturn is trying to teach you and show you that you have opportunities to expand, to grow, and to actually find true happiness after grief, after all of this grief that has occurred, because it doesn't feel to me like this was an isolated incident. It feels to me like you've experienced grief in several areas. Like I said, it feels like you may have lost several loved ones, several individuals within your community. But having the knowledge and being able to communicate and effectively think about this air energy, which, you know, Aquarius is air energy too. How do you take the knowledge of what you're learning and understanding about grief and implement it into your day-to-day life? That's a journey. That's called healing. Saturn is attempting to help you to heal from this grief, from this pain involving and surrounding people who are dear and near to you. And as you gain knowledge, you're just going to compound that knowledge, and it's just going to continue to build upon more knowledge and more knowledge, which will expand you. Also, too, your loved ones are communicating with you through the birds. Your ancestors, passed on loved ones, they're communicating with you through the birds. So pay attention when you see blue birds, yellow birds, orange birds. Those are your messages, and your ancestors are speaking to you. Your passed on loved ones are speaking to you. They're encouraging you. They're nudging you to find happiness. They want you to pause and to reflect on the grief, but they don't want you to sit in it. They want you to expand beyond it. You may be seeing 1111 or 111 often, because those numbers are popping out to me here. Okay, that's it clearly. So 1111, 111, super significant to you. Ooh, this is such beautiful energy that you just got right here. Wow. The tear at the bottom of the deck, I do want to just speak to this for just a moment. So the tear is all about mourning. It's about being in despair. It's about crying. It's about allowing yourself to feel those feelings and those emotions, and understanding that it's not negative. Okay, we often feel like I need to grieve for 2 years and then I should be over it. Who said that? Who created that rule? Like, who said that? And that's what I think Saturn wants to teach you too, as part of the lesson, is to allow. If you don't allow yourself to feel, you're not going to allow yourself to heal. There's no healing without feeling. One of my favorite sayings is, and Spirit taught me this, told me this, you hurt to heal. So the only reason why these painful experiences come back up in our lives is so that we can feel the hurt and heal them. And the only way to heal them is to acknowledge them, to assess these I don't know what I'm trying to say. Mercury's in retrograde. Give me just a second to collect my bearings, because clearly I don't know what I'm saying, but you're being asked to just allow yourself the opportunity, the grace, going back to that grace word, allow yourself the opportunity to feel the pain in order to heal it. Okay, you only hurt to heal. The hurt is not present to keep you in constant sadness, to keep you in the cycles of grief. It's only present and it only pops up so that you can feel it, so that you can heal it. So I love this. This is beautiful. I'm going to go with the mountain first. So the mountain, this energy is about, basically, when we go through things in life, we tend to catastrophize other things based on our experiences. And sometimes we can take something that is, we're able to conquer it. So it's conquerable, right? And because of our past experiences, we tend to make it's like the saying, you make a mountain out of a molehill, right? So the mountain energy, and what I'm picking up for you, is that Saturn wants to teach you that you can conquer these mountains, that you are strong enough, courageous enough, and bold enough. I'm seeing the strength card here. You have everything within you to conquer these mountains. These things were not put here to destroy you. These events did not happen to destroy you. They happened so that you could become the individual that you are. And it may have something to do with you being a humanitarian. Maybe you have a voice. Maybe you're able to support others. who have gone through these similar experiences. Maybe that's the goal in the future, but there's something here about you being someone who has the ability to share this knowledge and to help expand and create happiness, not only for yourself, but also with others. Another thing too is that one of the best ways to recover and heal from grief and traumatic experiences is for us to share these opportunities for healing and growth with others. It's amazing when you're able to, become a philanthropist and go out and share that information and plant those seeds in others to help them expand beyond the confines that they've been stuck in. And that's how this feels to me. This feels to me like you've been trapped in this grief for so long. You have a desire to, and you're hoping and wishing to come out of it. And that's what Saturn is doing. Saturn is answering your prayers, showing you that you can conquer that mountain. With the medallion here, the medallion is about receiving something, an heirloom, but also putting an expectation on it. So what Saturn is coming to teach you is to Saturn is helping you to try to relinquish and release some of those expectations that come with how you honor those who have passed on. So for example, say for example, you have an experience in life where your spouse cheats on you. You can take that experience and you can catastrophize it to the point to where that becomes everything in your life. All of your experiences are based on your spouse cheating. If your spouse didn't cheat, then you wouldn't have, you wouldn't have to go and put gas in the car by yourself. If your spouse didn't cheat, then your tire wouldn't have gone flat. If your spouse didn't cheat, your windshield wouldn't have broken. We tend to, and trust me, I'm guilty of this. This is how I know what happens. But anyhow, we tend to catastrophize and think that everything negative is because of this situation. In the same sense, when someone passes on, we can tend to idolize them, placing an expectation on them that is not necessarily valid, nor is it right. Okay, so what Spirit is showing me is that there could be a lesson to be learned in regards to the expectation that, oh, if this person was here, then I wouldn't be going through what I'm going through. Or if this person were here, I would have different experiences. My life wouldn't be so, traumatic or jacked up or whatever, right? And there's an ask by Saturn, which is a part of the lessons here. The ask is to relinquish the idea that this person and that this experience is what's keeping you stuck in grief, and accepting the knowledge of you having the power and the authority to overcome this as you embrace and accept, acknowledge, and analyze the feelings that you truly have within. Now, please don't misinterpret that, because I just heard my feelings are real. They absolutely are. I have a whole other YouTube channel, guys, on how to effectively and practically heal from traumatic experiences, and grief is a major part of that channel. This is actually something that I'm super passionate about. I've been through many traumatic experiences myself, and I have been told several times to get over it. I actually did a whole video on how to just get over it, because I can't stand that. So you're absolutely right. Your feelings are valid. These experiences are valid. What happens though is when we sit in them and we don't allow ourselves the opportunity to come out of these experiences, then we get stuck. That's how you live a life of swimming upstream with no mission, no goal, no ideas, no thoughts. You're just kind of floating along, allowing the river to push you rather than you pushing yourself where you want to go, in the river or upstream, if that makes any sense. So that's what Saturn wants to do, is to give you your power back so that you see how powerful you are and how your experiences can reshape the community that you're within and even beyond, expanding beyond that. Also, too, your loved ones are here. They're desiring to help support you in coming out of this. They don't want you to be stuck either. And so there's an ask for you to accept or acknowledge and review even. Okay, like that's what I'm hearing. Like you may not even know this, but you're being asked by Saturn to assess and to review what your expectations are or were from the individuals that may have caused this grief in your life. Okay, now this is very interesting. This storyteller here with viewpoints and control, this is about being a puppet to something. So this falls in line with what we've been talking about, right? About grief having a hold on you and actually controlling your life instead of you controlling it. And that's what Saturn wants to do. Saturn wants to release the control that grief has on your life so that you can walk into new opportunities of expansion and happiness. They want to give you, Saturn wants to give you and gift you with new opportunities so that you can believe in miracles again. Like I keep seeing this unicorn here. This is about believing and accepting that magic does exist and that there is life beyond pain, and it's turning that pain into purpose. It's that type of energy that I'm picking up on here. So with the Hound, this is about loyalty, chains, and promises. And you'll notice that this Hound here is agonizing. This is like one of the most, honestly, like one of the most destructive cards that I've seen in this deck. And every time I see it, it's just like, urgh. But what's happening here is that this Hound is stuck in a cycle that is causing it to be in so much pain and destruction, and actually is self-destruction. It's due to loyalty and being chained down by promises. So for example, if this were a spouse and you told your spouse that I promise I will love you forever, your spouse passes away and now you feel bound to and loyal to being single for the rest of your life because you promised that you would only love them. Saturn wants to release you from that because your loved one doesn't want you sitting in that energy either. It's clear here that your loved ones, they desire for you to expand. They desire for you to be happy. Whoever may have inflicted grief on you in another situation, right? We're using the idea of death because it seems very prominent here, but it may be something else. Maybe like I said earlier, maybe that spouse cheated on you. They may have moved on with their lives, but you could be stuck in grief. They too have a desire for you to be happy. If not them, your passed on loved ones, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they want you to be happy. The Fates is about no longer allowing yourself to be played with by things outside of yourself. It's about accepting help and guidance, gaining the knowledge and allowing that knowledge to expand you into your happiness, into your desires. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm telling you, the sun is coming out. Okay, that light, that flame is being relit in your bottom. Okay, you're going to step into your happiness. It's coming. Saturn is trying to teach you this lesson. You have until 2026 for Saturn to be in Pisces. I was just telling the previous group, and I believe the same is for you. By the end of Saturn being in Pisces, you're going to learn this lesson, and you're going to come out on the other end happy. So that's awesome. That's so dope. That's the World card. I'm going to check to see because this is a newer deck, but I think this is the World. That's so dope. You're going to be closing out this cycle. That was confirmation of what I was just saying. You're closing out this cycle. Look at this. Legacy, 10 of Pentacles here at the bottom. This is about building a legacy, rebuilding a legacy, birthing new things. Oh my gosh. And true happiness. What? There's no way. There's no way. So let me just confirm what this is, and then I'll give you a breakdown. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, this is the World. This is the World card. I love this. I love this. This is about closing out cycles. Closing out cycles that have kept you trapped, kept you stuck. Okay. So I heard it's like the crocodile's jaws have been clamped down on you for years because of this grief that you've been sitting in. And Saturn is coming in to loose you, to set you free. I need to cover her cha-chas up. I always forget about that. Saturn is coming in to set you free. There's new opportunities that are being gifted to you, that are being given to you, and this is about you walking into and stepping into your happiness. This is the 10 of Cups. This is about stepping into true joy, true happiness, true satisfaction. So Saturn, what I wanted to mention to you was Saturn in Pisces is going to dig into the deepest parts of you, the deepest parts of your soul. Okay, so the lessons are going to be about the depths of you. These are things that have been embedded in you and stuck and trapped for years. So Pisces energy for me is about going to the deepest part of the ocean. So imagine the darkest part of the ocean where no one can see down there. Saturn is going down there in you, the deepest part of you, and pulling all that up. Imagine it being like plugged or, stuck, needing a plunger to plunge it out. Saturn is that plunger that's like, get that out of you, get that out of you, get that out of you. And the reason why is because Saturn wants to uncover it. He wants to reveal what is in the dark and bring it to the light so that you can walk into the new energy when Saturn moves into Aries. When Saturn moves into Aries, this is a transition of action. We're going to have forward movement. We're going to have progress, right? We're going to be inspired for new things. So Saturn wants to pull all this gunk out of you. Anytime you go from Pisces season into Aries season, there's always a death. It's like a death and a transition, a transformation. Pisces is almost like that scorpionic energy of Pluto and transformation, right? So it's like pulling all of that out that's been embedded in you, the depths of you in that Piscean energy of Saturn, and then allowing you fresh new opportunities. Fresh new opportunities. With the Knight of Swords here, this is about understanding and having clarity in regards to where these ideas, thoughts have come from. So that moving forward, as you close out the cycle on the old and you move into your new, your happiness is going to be protected and defended with clarity and truth. So yes, you understand that things and people may be taken from you, but the clarity and the truth is that you are enough on your own and you're protected by spirit, by your ancestors, by your spirit guides, that you are destined for success. No matter what happens, you're destined for success. In addition, there's an acceptance here with the fact that I'm not alone. No matter how it feels, I'm not alone. This is definitely giving me Sagittarius energy of expansion and growth. So there's a growth and an expansion that's occurring within you as you find this newfound happiness and this joy. This joy has been resurrected into your life, and it's going to lead you into this 10 of Pentacles energy, which is a legacy. Building new foundations, allowing for new opportunities to birth new things into your life. And it's longevity, so you're not going to lose these things because these things are going to come from within and you're going to birth them. Meaning that you're going to bring life into these situations. And the security and the safety that you provide within yourself and that you have through spirit, those are going to protect you. You're also going to come into an acceptance and a realization that you have an ancestral lineage that is divinely protected and safe, and that can never be taken from you. Your passed on loved ones, your ancestors, your angelic guides, your spirit guides, your team, they can never be taken from you. They've been with you from the beginning and they'll be with you until the end. So that will give you some sense of security and safety. In addition, this Three of Wands was underneath the Ten of Pentacles, and I wanted to bring it up too, is that this is something you've been praying for. I think we mentioned this earlier with hopes and wishes, but this is something that you've been praying for, and you've been praying and asking God to help you to be able to slay this demon, because you recognize that it has been keeping you back, and that's what's going to take place, is that you're going to be able to slay this dragon and slay this demon so that victory and success are yours. This is the Six of Wands. Victory and success are heading your way. Happiness, being able to be seen and acknowledged for your ability to overcome these things. Again, it's taken me back to that philanthropist, being someone humanitarian, like someone who's able to speak to the cycles of grief with great knowledge and awareness, and helping others to be able to restore their happiness. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. You've come so far. I hope that you see that success is on its way to you, that Saturn will gift you as you embrace and accept these lessons. As you understand and gain this knowledge, you'll be offered new opportunities to continue to expand that knowledge, and also to use that knowledge to support the collective. This is beautiful. How Spirit is showing me this here too. I have to just say this before I close out the reading, but how Spirit is showing me this too is that you see these 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 9 small cups. There's one huge cup here. Spirit is showing you how to pour into you. Saturn is teaching you how to pour into yourself more than you pour into these other cups that may not be as full or as fulfilling as the one that you can pour into yourself with. You see that? So it's like the opportunity to be able to pour into yourself and to give to yourself, and also allow your spirit team and your guides to support and assist you. There's an acceptance in that of, wow, I actually am supported, and I'm way more massive and expansive than I ever thought that I could be. That, wow, this grief has been holding me back, and I didn't realize that I could have a better connection and relationship with them on this side than I did on the other. You know, there's something in that. So pray about it. Talk to your guides, your ancestors, past on loved ones, and continue on this path. This is beautiful. Next year, the end of 2026, come back, listen to this reading, reflect on it. I don't know if you want to take a picture of the cards, whatever you want to do, but reflect on this sometime the end of next year and see how much has transitioned and changed for you. I heard by then you're going to be taken off. That airplane just came and flew by, and that's what I heard. So thanks for watching pile number 3. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know if you have any other video suggestion ideas. Okay, keep going. You're almost there. Have a great night. Bye-bye.